My name's Marty Edmonds. I own and operate Edmonds Haulage from Hornby, Victoria. We run a Western Star 4900, B-double tippers. Mainly run Melbourne to Burra, South Australia, Port Adelaide, back to Melbourne, up to Port Kembla, Wollongong, Brisbane, Queensland, wherever we need to go. Me and my partner Erin decided to go out on our own, buy our first truck. Went to the banks first, got knocked back. Banks are really tight and they're tight now. Got put in contact with Colin from Asset Finance Shop and through Hornby Transport, and within a matter of 7 to 8 working days we had approval for our first prime mover to start working. And we just had issue after issue with the truck. Being an automatic, carting 68.5 tonne, heavy all the time, didn't really cope too well, being an older prime mover as well. So we went through a clutch, then it was just one thing after another. As much maintenance as we could do on it, we were doing. We just kept feeding money into it. We got it rebuilt 4 weeks later, blew up again, no fault of our own. It was all under warranties, just time off the road, cost us a lot of money. Yeah, we were really pushing to get into a new truck for a bit of reliability, and once again, Asset Finance Shop weren't the only ones we contacted. We contacted 3 or 4 other lenders. Asset Finance Shop were the only ones to come back and get us across the line into a brand new truck. And within 5 minutes of talking to people, it was like you're pretty much you're dreaming, mate. You're not, like you're just about broke. We don't care how much money you can potentially make or how much money you are turning over. They don't care. You could send them all the receipts for the mechanical bills, and they just didn't care. They didn't want to know about it. Actually, Colin rang me. I had an auto electric and my mechanic working on the truck at the time in the parking bay. I'd broken down, and 5 minutes after get going, Colin rang me and said we'd been approved. And I was probably in the process. I'd made a decision and talked to my partner and said that 2 weeks and that would be it. If we couldn't get a new truck or something better, that would be it. We'd shut it down because it was just, yeah, it was a money pit, really. Changed everything now, like we can see a light at the end of the tunnel. Can afford to do things again, Pay reg on the truck or the car, and it really did it. It was a really tough time, so yeah. The whole reason we did this was to move forward as a family and provide our kids with a better upbringing, and it's getting harder for kids these days to grow up and have their own house, in the end, and have their own car, and so we want to be able to do this to help our kids buy a house and help them get their first car and whatnot. But when you're broken down the side of the road and there's no money in the bank, and you've got no one to ring, you sort of question what you're doing a fair bit. I always look at it, there's a lot of people worse off than myself, and I think it's good practice to look around, but as I said to the missus earlier in the week, I don't think I'd even shop around again for a finance company. Like, you guys have been so good to us, and I'm a big believer in the old school way, like handshake deal, and if someone treats you right, gets you a good deal, gives you a fair go, why leave? I think what impressed us first was everything was done quick and there was no bullshit. I just feel that we get a personal level of contact, I suppose. It's not just someone ringing up, "Hi, we're from Asset Finance Shop," just calling to find out about, "Oh, you have a truck, don't you? Or is it an excavator?" Like it's, "G'day Marty, how's the Western Star going? You know what we're doing." You don't get good service everywhere anymore. I'm a bit old school. Handshake deal to me is more, than a piece of paper, and you take interest in what we're doing and where we're at. You don't get that through the banks, or you get a teller. It's what you get, and a statement.